All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem, Rakak Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and Shalom to you brothers that's pushing this truth. I'm Karat the Zab, back with another show. And this lesson I'm going to entitle, The Kingdom of Israel is Near. All right? Because we living in the times of the end, in the times where the Most High is getting ready to bring destruction upon America and send his son, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, to come deliver the elect of his people, all right, which are you so-called, the elect of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and set us up in the kingdom of heaven, all right, which is the kingdom of Israel, okay? The kingdom of heaven is the kingdom where the nation of Israel is going to be ruling under the Most High and Yahweh Shah, all right? And we're no longer going to be in captivity as we are here in America and serving other nations, ultimately serving the so-called white man in this system, okay? The Lord is going to deliver us out of the hands of our enemies and take us back to our land where we're going to be at rest. We're going to live at peace, no more sorrow. We're going to live forever, and we're going to have glorified bodies, okay? And we're going to keep the laws of the Most High perfectly and have everything that the Lord created for us, okay? And other nations, they're going to be under subjection unto us, okay? That's what the kingdom of heaven consists of, where the Most High is going to set up the kingdom for Israel, and the other nations are going to have to serve us and be in captivity, all right? But let's read here 2nd Esdras chapter 2. I want to start from verse 10. So this 2nd Esdras 2 and 10, and it reads, Thus saith the Lord unto Esdras, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I will have given unto Israel. Right, so this is who the kingdom is for. Okay, the kingdom of Jerusalem, which is Israel. All right, that's who the kingdom of heaven is for. And the Most High, he's going to set up the kingdom for them. All nations is not going to dwell in our kingdom equally. The nations are going to be in the kingdom of heaven, but they're going to be slaves. Okay, which we're going to get some scriptures on that also. But the kingdom of heaven is only for the Lord's people, the Israelites. Let's see, let's go to Psalms 14:7. Psalms 14:7, it reads, Oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion, when the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people. Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Right, so who's going to rejoice and be glad in that day? Jacob, which is Israel. Okay, because the salvation consists of the Lord pulling back our captivity. All right, removing our captivity from off of us. And what's the captivity? We're under captivity to the so-called white man, which is Esau, according to the Bible. All right, here in America, this man's system, okay, we're still slaves unto this day. So the Lord had to deliver us from that captivity. All right, just as the Lord delivered us out of captivity all throughout the scriptures. But this time, this deliverance is where our kingdom is going to be established forever. All right, and we're no longer going into slavery under any nation. Let's get Daniel chapter 7. It's Daniel 7 and 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Right? And who are the saints of the Most High? The saints are Israelites. What's that? Psalms 147, I believe. Saints meaning holy or separated, which the Most High separated Israel from the nations and brought the nation of Israel unto himself. Okay. Is this Psalms 147? I believe Psalms 149. Psalms 148 and 14. Kind of Psalms 148, stuff from 13. Let them praise the name of the Lord, for his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. Right, so the saints are Israelites. Okay? So the Lord's people. So back in Daniel 7:18, it says the saints shall take the kingdom. So the kingdom is for Israel. All right? And we're going to take it. And it's going to be taken by force. And when Yahweh Shah returns, because Yahweh Shah, he's going to come and conquer the nations. He's going to remove the so-called white man and these heathen nations out of their power, out of their rulership. Okay? Like in battle, like in war. And he's going to establish his kingdom. All right, Yahweh Shah is going to establish his kingdom, which is the kingdom of heaven. And his kingdom is going to be for his people also. All right, starting with the elect. So let's go back to Daniel 7. Daniel's 4:2. Slacky, just bear with me. People. Okay, Daniel 2:44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Right? So the kingdom of heaven, it's not going to be left to other people. All right? No other nation is going to be taking part in rulership and our establishment. All right? All the nations are going to be overthrown. Yahweh Shah, he's going to overthrow all the nations, put them under subjection. All right? And the kingdom is going to be for Israel to rule. But from there, let's go back to 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse... 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse 10 again. So it says, Thus saith the Lord unto Esdras, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I will have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles, which I have prepared for them. Right? So the Lord is going to give us the everlasting tabernacles, okay? And that's when our bodies are changed. Okay. The tabernacles that the Lord is going to dwell in is our bodies, and our bodies is going to be changed. All right, to everlasting tabernacles. Those are those bodies of immortality. Okay, those bodies that cannot sin, that cannot die. Bodies of perfection. All right, and those perfected bodies are where the Most High, he's going to dwell in. All right, within us, where we are the Most High's tabernacles. We are the Most High's temples. We are the Most High's house. All right, and we're gonna have glorified houses, glorified bodies that cannot go off, that the Most High is gonna dwell in when the kingdom is established. So it reads, "Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them." Let's go to Revelations 21. So this is Revelations 21:1. "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth was passed away, and there was no more sea." Right, so this new heaven and new earth is a righteous rulership, all right, where the earth is ruling in righteousness. Okay, new meaning refresh, because this current world is polluted with wickedness, and and the earth itself is polluted with all kind of chemicals and things of that nature. It's polluted by the wicked inhabitants, mainly the so-called white man, Esau. So the Lord is going to cleanse the earth, and the Lord is going to make the earth righteous, and it's going to go back to being a paradise as it was during the time of Adam. All right, so the Lord is going to refresh this earth, and that's when the kingdom of heaven is established. Verse 2, and it says, "And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." Right, so that city, okay, that holy city, which is the people, okay, the elect of the Most High. All right, they elect the 144,000 out of each tribe, which is going to come down out of those chariots with the glorified tabernacles, with the glorified bodies. All right, those bodies of immortality that cannot die, that cannot sin. Okay, those angelic-like bodies. Verse 3, and it reads, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men." Right, so the tabernacle of God is with men. All right, tabernacle is like even going back into the time of Moses, when they had the tabernacle, where the priest would do the sacrifice, and the Most High Spirit would dwell in the tabernacle. Okay, but the tabernacle that the Most High dwells in now is with men, which is Israel. Okay, and the Most High, He's going to dwell within our bodies, and when the kingdom of heaven is established, He's going to have those perfected bodies for us that He's going to dwell with. All right, so it reads, "The tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and He will dwell with them, and they shall be His people, and God Himself shall be with them and be their God." That's right. Verse 4, and it says, "And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." Right, so all the death, sorrow that we, and pain and crying that we deal with in these times, all right, all the hell that we catch, the afflictions, pain and suffering that we go through, all right, due to the curses in Deuteronomy 28 that's upon us, the Most High is going to remove that. Okay, it ain't going to be no more crying, no more death, no more sorrow. All right, crying for your loved ones that passed away, in things like that. No more struggling to live, paying bills and going through debt. All right, all those things are going to be done away with. We're going to experience everlasting joy in our kingdom. Go back to Second Esdras 2, verse 11 again. "Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them." They shall, the Most High prepared. He has prepared the everlasting tabernacles, the kingdom, the glorified bodies. All right, the bodies that cannot sin, These are the things that the Most High have waiting for us. Verse 12, they shall have the tree of life for an ornament of sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary. Right. You got the tree of life for an ornament of sweet savor. Okay. So we're gonna have that tree of life, which is also going into the tree of immortality, because we're gonna live forever. All right, and that's due to the Most High putting His laws within our bodies, to where we cannot sin. That's Hebrews the 8th chapter. Okay, and we're gonna live. We pretty much immortality is what we're gonna gain. Real quick, let's go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 19, verse 19, and it reads, "The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please Him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality." Right. So and we're the ones that's rehearsing the commandments, okay, and faith in Yahweh Shah, and Lord willing, with the elect. And when Yahweh Shah returns, and the Most High, He's gonna grant the elect that fruit of immortality. Okay. So like that tree of immortality. Yeah, the fruit of the tree of immortality. When the Lord returns, those glorified bodies that can never die. We're gonna be immortal. No more mortal, meaning death, but immortal. Okay, to where we will not experience death anymore. All right, and with those angelic bodies, and the Most High putting His laws, statutes, commandments within our hearts, He's gonna write them on our hearts, so we can never sin. All right, and if there's no sin, there will be no death. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8. Second Esdras 8 and 52. Unto you, it says, "For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteous is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom." Yeah, that's right. And that's what we're all this consists of, the kingdom of heaven. All right. And once that kingdom is established, the promises, all the promises that the Lord made is going to be granted unto us. We're going to have rest, the tree of life, immortality, those incorruptible bodies, righteousness. 100% righteousness is what the Lord has prepared for us. Perfection. Verse 53, "The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled unto hell to be forgotten." Right, and that's this current state that we're in now. This weak, corruptible body, sinful flesh. All right, able to get sick, able to die. The Most High is going to remove that from off of us. We're no longer going to experience those things. Verse 54 says, "Sorrow are past, and in the end, all sorrows are past, and in the end is shewed the treasure of immortality." Right. And that's what we're, waiting for. Immortality. All right. To live forever, to never experience weakness, corruption, death, sorrow, pain. We're no longer going to experience those things anymore. Okay. And this is only for the nation of Israel. No other nation is going to receive that. The other nations, they're going to be in captivity. They're still going to have sinful flesh, bodies their body's going to still live up to 70, 80 years old, get old and decrepit, experience death. But Israel's no longer going to receive experience that. All right, and the other nations, they're going to be in captivity in our kingdom. It's Isaiah 14. Let's go to Isaiah 14. So this Isaiah 14:1. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land." Right, and this is what the kingdom of heaven consists of. The Lord putting us back in our own land, because we're not in our land. We're the heathens are inhabiting our lands. The so-called white man is inhabiting our land right now. Real quick. Ezekiel 36:5. "Therefore thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land unto their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey." Right? See, Idumea, who have appointed my land. Okay? And who's in the land of Israel today? The Idumeans, which is Idumea is like the Greek form of saying Edom. So the Idumeans are the ones that's inheriting the land right now. The so-called Jews, which is the nation of Esau. All right, Amalek. Those people over there in the land of Israel are not the real people. Okay. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, those are the true Israelites. So the Lord, he's going to remove those heathens out of our land, and he's going to set us back in our own land when he gathers us out of America and from the four corners of the earth where we are scattered. So let's go back. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. The strangers are the Israelite foreigners, okay? Not no heathen nations. The Israelite foreigners are going to be gathered and brought back into the fold. Verse 2, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for service and handmaids." So these people that's going to be taken in verse 2 are the heathen nations, and they're going to be taken to our land to serve us. They're going into captivity. "And they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall possess and they shall rule over their oppressors." Right, so all our oppressors we're going to rule over, the nations, starting with the so-called white man who oppressed us here in America. Okay, so when we get in our kingdom, the nations are going into captivity under us. It's Isaiah 60. Isaiah 16:10. "And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor will I have mercy on thee." Right, so the sons of strangers, these strangers are the heathen nations. They're going to have to build up our walls, our cities. All right, slave labor. Build up our kingdom. Build up our mansions, our dwelling places. All right. So it says, "And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and kings shall minister unto thee." Right, so the kings of the earth, they're going to have to minister unto us, serve us. All right, they're going to be servants unto us. "For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor will I have mercy on thee." Right, so the Lord smote us in his wrath. The Lord's wrath was allowing all these heathen nations to overthrow us, to put us in captivity. But the Lord is going to have mercy on us by delivering us out of captivity, bringing salvation, and putting these nations in under captivity, putting these nations in captivity under us. All right. Therefore, thy gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be bought. Right. So we're gonna get all the nations good. All these heathen nations, they're gonna have to bring us their goods. All right. All their resources. All right. Gold, silver, resources of their land. That's all going to be given unto us. All right. That's pretty much it. What else do I want to get? Okay, let's finish back in 2nd Esdras. So, okay, back in 2nd Esdras chapter 2, verse 13, and it reads, Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, right? So we're in that time, all right? And that's what we should be praying for a few days. You know, Most High shorten the days, so the kingdom can come, all right? Because that's what we're looking forward to. We're not looking forward to this society lasting forever. We're looking for a new heaven and a new earth, which is the kingdom, where peace and righteousness and, sorrow is removed. That's what we want. And we hasten unto that day, okay? And this is what we want the Lord to do, bring Yahweh Shah so he can establish the kingdom and deliver us, all right? So, with that, brothers and sisters, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Akakwadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and shalom to their elect. Shalom.